So if you remember the pair of pigs that were basically starving to death, that for weeks they had no hay, they were eating straw, and then they ran out of pellets, and one of them was so emaciated and was laying on its side and kind of making a swimming motion. I was able to get some pediatric electrolyte mix and critical care into him, and he recovered, and both of them managed to recover. Well, I set her up with a huge amount of hay, and I followed up and I checked in a week later, and the boys were doing a lot better. And then I tried following up, and I really didn't get a response, and weeks went by and I hadn't heard anything. Then I just got a message saying that it's not working out. It's not working out with the piggies. They're a dream pair of pigs. They're under a year. They're cute as hell. They're rambunctious. I've been worried about them ever since that situation, and I know a lot of you guys have been worried. And in the back of my mind, I sort of knew that it was just a matter of time. Well, and that's what scared me, that I didn't get a message. I kept texting, and so I thought something bad had happened. And she doesn't really know me, so she doesn't owe me an explanation or anything, even though I went out of my way to save her pigs from basically starving to death, and figured out what the problem was and set them up with what they'd need to thrive. But so I figured when I hadn't heard back from her, something really bad had happened, and all along I thought either something bad was going to happen, or I was going to end up hearing from her and she was going to try to rehome them. And you know, we want piggy parents to really enjoy their piggies and love them and never think about wanting to give them up, but I thought it was basically inevitable, and so I'm feeling relief that they're still okay. I'm hoping. So I'm gonna go pick up those boys. All right, we're almost here. I really hope these boys are in decent shape. I figure they're gonna need a little bit of time to acclimate and start feeling their best. Well, I got the boys and they look okay. They've been still eating proper hay, and I was pleasantly surprised that she bought a box of small Pet Select pellets, so that basically ensures that they're not going to be malnourished even if they were to run out of hay. I mean, I really want to check their teeth and monitor their poops, and hopefully we can get some more weight on them. But all right, heading back home now. You are stinky, but you're gorgeous. But you need a bath because you are stinky. And this was the one I was worried about. This is the one that almost didn't make it. Yeah. And you are stinky too. I'm going to let them acclimate, and then I'm going to check their teeth and give them a little health check. So these guys have had a chance to acclimate for most of the afternoon, and I got to give them nail clips, and I wanted to check his teeth. Teeth actually look pretty good. Let's check out his weenie here and see how clean it is, right? So you push on the pelvis, kind of pop up. That's clean. Looks good. Belly looks good. Overall, this guy looks good. They both need names, and I'm not gonna like stress and come up with one right now. Feel free to leave a suggestion in the comments, but I can't make any promises. I'm going to do a quick nail clip, but not on camera because it's much easier just to do it. Okay. Nails are done. So now I have 24 piggies here, which is too many piggies. And SoCal Guinea Pig Rescue just got in some applications for adoptions, and these guys are a really highly adoptable pair. But I'm just so relieved that they're here. You know, there was a dog, like a large medium kind of pit bull dog, who actually was very docile to them and did not show a milligram of aggression towards them. But I just was always worried ever since I left them. Just worried. So there's a certain amount of relief. You know, this kid was really hours away from dying of malnutrition, of starvation. He was laying on his side. Like, I didn't get that video, but it is burned in my memory of this kid on his side with his paws doing a swimming motion, and you could just see the light kind of just fading. And it took all day to get him to even really start to come back. And they look good now. So I shouldn't be concerned. I'm really grateful that their care was much improved. I don't know how much they've been handled because they seem to be rather impatient, freaked out when you try to grab them. But they're still young. So, ow, don't nibble me. Hey, come on. Let go, I need that. Alright, I'm going to do the other boy. Give him a look over, do his nails. You know, you wouldn't expect really any major illnesses, like old age illnesses. They're very young. When I went over there, I was expecting respiratory illnesses because they came from the pet store, and it's more often than not, piggies from these big pet stores have respiratory infections. While we're looking, you see right here this bald patch behind his ear. That's totally normal, especially obvious with Abby's because of the way their hair stands up. But all piggies have this to some degree or another. As they get older, the little baby fuzz kind of thins out, and there's a distinct bald patch there. It's a great place to kiss your piggies, too. Look, he just plopped down. He's like, I don't mind sitting here, just as long as I don't have to look at your ugly face. Understood. All right, let's go get the other one. So, look at this fuzzball. Zoom out a little bit. Look at this. What a mess. We might want to trim him. Yeah, there's some knots down here. Yes, you're stinky. He is a little stinky. Camera's like, I can't focus. I'm having a hard time focusing on all this fluff. So same thing. I'm going to give him a nail trim. Let's look at his teeth. Teeth look fine. Look at this guy. So yeah, I think they as a pair, they're highly adoptable. You know what I would tell somebody. This is it's a long hair pig, but you don't really have to do much. I would just trim, do like that all around him. Let's look under here. Yeah, see he's wet. Let's check his weenie out real quick. Very clean. Good. Pocket looks good. I'm sure I could probably find something to scoop out there. But we'll do that on bath day, which is not going to be today. I'm just going to let them acclimate. They are stinky, but they've been stinky for a while. It's okay. Super cute. He's super cute. He was not in as bad shape, just for some reason, as his brother when I first discovered them. Look at this. What are you? What is this thing? So, okay, let's look at these nails. Come here, let me look. Nails are crazy, a little grubby. I mean, they're not that bad, but that's just because they're young. Their feet are dirty. So I'm gonna clip their nails. What's his belly? Feels good. They feel like a decent weight. You know, I would put them at about 8 months old. 8 months old. They definitely have grown since I last saw them. Very cute. I got to come up with some good names. Maybe Valerie can help me out. Oh, and we're going to list them, I guess, like on, I don't know. Well, we need some pictures because we have these potential adopters. And if the new potential adopters don't go for them, then I guess they'll be listed on Pet Finder. So I need a good picture of them together. So right after this, I'll do that. That will be that's the last thing that I'll show. And maybe we'll get a good thumbnail out of it. You gotta have a good thumbnail. Look at these lips. Look at these lips. Look at these lips. Do you see my lips? You're a rumbler. Let me listen to your breathing here. Let me listen. Look, don't jump. Hold on. Let me listen. Breathing sounds clear. Look at this. Look at this fluff. But yeah, like he's got all the hair, but it's not like this long train. But I would just go around, choop, 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 choop. And I would just trim all of that stuff. And I would do that maybe 3 or 4 times a year, just like once every season. And a piggy like this, it wouldn't hurt to give them a bath every couple months just to wash the feet off. But, you know, I'm anticipating that my husbandry is going to be a little better. They were living on puppy pads, which there's just a number of reasons why I hate puppy pads. They're gross. they're not nearly as absorbent as like actual fleece. They are horrible for the environment. Piggies can chew on them. They're expensive. I mean, just a million things going on, which is why I don't like them. They're great in certain situations, but as a permanent bedding choice for guinea pigs, there are many better alternatives. And if I did recommend them, they would be part of the recommended bedding in the cage setup section of my care guide, but they're not. But if you want to know what type of bedding I do like, kiln dried pine, aspen, and fleece, then you can read all about that on my care guide. Okay, I'm going to clip his nails. So, I'm trying to get some good light for thumbnail. That's a pretty good one, and also for their potential pictures on social media, or not social media, but like on Pet Finder, to help them find a new home. Come on up. Come on back. Up. Come on back. Good boys. Hi. This one just wants to run away. And this one is chill. Hi, why are you guys so different? Look at this Fluffy. Oh. I'm so grateful for all your support, everybody, and for your interest in these guys, and really the patrons, the channel members, everybody who's liked and subscribed. You guys really make this possible, make it so that I can stop what I'm doing and save lives. Little fluffy lives. Little fluffy butts. Here, come back up. Come on. Come on. Alright, so I'll put that original video right here if you don't remember it. Especially watching it in the context of a happy ending. What are you doing to him? Is that your buddy? Is that your buddy? You like him? Here. Is this your buddy? This is a dream pair of piggies right here. They really are. So if you see them and you live in Southern California, reach out to SoCal Guinea Pig Rescue. First come, first serve. Reach out to SoCal Guinea Pig Rescue. And if you want the starving boys, they will have names soon. But right now I'm calling them the starving boys, even though they're not starving anymore. They're thriving. All right, check this video out. Until next time, thanks for watching.